Yehi Shem Adonai Mevarach Matav Adolam. Good evening, everyone. All of finalize where we started about Passover, the Passover 2020, Tashap, Tafshin Pei in Hebrew. And we're going to conclude the halachot about Shulchan. Discussed the order of the we had the Mazon, and we finished Birkat Hamazon, eating the last blessing of people. Kind of bracha blessing one should do on matzah, because on the Saturday night the blessing is Asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. So I'm eating the very next day. I'm doing hamotzi. Should it be hamotzi lechem min haaretz, or should it be alachilat matzah, for eating matzah? The halacha says the following: whenever someone matzah, only the blessing of hamotzi, like you are saying over regular bread. This is the bread of the Passover. This is the bread of the holiday, not achilat matzah. So, if someone said the blessing like the first night, Asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah, he didn't fulfill the mitzvah. You have to say the beracha again, and we amen to his blessings. This blessing is specialized, is designated for. Okay, therefore, during the Passover we eat matzah. Even if you wet the matzah and you folded the matzah, I don't know, with moist. It's moist, and you fold it when you or I don't know, peanut butter, whatever. You still have to say okay, because basically this is the bread. Passover. Moving on to the order of the tefillah. We are all davening at home. It's different. We don't have Torah reading. We can definitely read ourselves. So if you need to prepare yourself with siddur or the order of the tefillot, please do so during the next day to read the Torah portion. To discuss today about preparing. Everybody more or less finished. If anyone has any questions how to kosherize utensils, please. The idea is, there is a rule. The way the utensil swallowed the food, that's the way he's going to get rid of it. So, if it drinks in it, you have to kosher it with hot boiling. If you use this glass cup for beer, it's cold. You can clean it with and kosherize it with cold water. That's basically the main idea. You need to know how to kosher your microwave if you want to use it, or any food processor, or the refrigerator, and so forth. To remove and clear your vacuum. The computer is full. You work with it and you vacuum a lot of chametz to get rid of it. What we're going to do tonight? Tonight is 8:30ish, 8:40 something. You perform the mitzvah of bedikat chametz, checking all the blessings. Like here is that not going to burn the chametz unless you have a barbecue. You're not want to burn the chametz. You can do that. Otherwise, toss it to the toilet, or trash it in a trash container. This is how you get rid of the chametz. The prohibition in the Torah is it should not be in your possession, should not be seen chametz in your possession. So people are warned, what if I saw a whiskey bottle or a chametz or a challah or a bread? Did I transgress any Torah law? What if I go shopping? I go to Walmart. They're full of chametz. It's full of bread, full of chametz all over. And it says it should not be seen. You can share? Against having or seeing the chametz, the leavening, is if it's yours, if it belongs to you. You don't have to worry about it. It's not yours. It belong to Walmart, Sam's Club, or someone else. Gooms for Sephardim are, there's no problem with that. There's always new food coming out, quinoa or different type of soybean. You have to check each and one of them. Make sure that it's not from the 5 grains that are prohibited. Otherwise, it will be fine. Also, if you buy something out of the grocery store, make sure it's not mixed with anything. It's 100% clear legume. Okay, some of them are mixed with chametz, made out of wheat. So you have to be careful. I'm going to skip the laws about who is hosting who. It's not going to happen. It's not happening this year. Amazingly, we're going to be like at the days of when we left Egypt. At night, the night we left Egypt, we sat at home, families only. And the very morning, that morning we were redeemed. Never happened till the only time we sat together, family. And you know the quarantine in Eretz Israel starts tomorrow, 6 p.m. ends on Friday. Like the day of our forefathers in Egypt. Any questions so far? Okay. About Ta'anit Bechorot, the fast of the firstborn. Every year, that the plague, the last plague, when Hashem struck the Egyptians in Egypt, the custom is that the firstborn males fast on 14th of Nisan, which is tomorrow, whenever the firstborn to their fathers or to their mothers, in the memory of the miracle that God performed on the firstborn and the nation of Israel in Egypt. Okay, sparing them when he smoothed all the firstborns of Egypt. You should know that the Talmud and the Midrash teaches us that prior to this plague, many firstborn died in a war. It was a war against the Pharaoh's kingdomship. They complain that they know about the plague. They have very bad experience, especially after being struck with 9 plagues. And they demand.
Can you
Yeah.
repeat that? Because you muted for a while.
I'm sorry. Which part did you hear last? Okay, anyway, we're talking about the firstborn. So with the firstborn plague, right, so they gathered against the palace, wanting to, demanding from the king to release the Jewish people. He didn't agree, stubborn, as we mentioned already, and they started a war. He sent his soldiers and the firstborn, hundreds of thousands of them came out to save their own life. and they fought against the army. A lot of deaths from both sides, and after that, the firstborn plague came for against the rest of them. In some houses, there was more than one dead. Some houses, 5, 10, some all of them. Some even, as we said, the father doesn't know that the mother cheated on him, and this guy, the baby, is the firstborn from someone else. So it was really a great destruction of Egypt. People cried, as the Torah says. There were not even one house without crying that night. It's horrible. And that's what Hashem do for those who mess with his people, with his children. You always want to be on Hashem's good side. Always support the Jewish people. Always support his children. If Hashem loved them, you should love them as well. Nowadays, people usually, they are not fasting. I don't recommend fasting at all. It's hard, and it's better to exchange this fast with Torah learning. So we sent already out there a link to join in 2 classes online. Everything is online now. After that, the firstborn, after listening and participating in the Torah class, they may eat and drink, no problem. In the case that someone has a little child, that he is the firstborn, the child less than a year is old, 2 to 3 years old, is not fasting, right? So the custom is the father takes the responsibility. Instead, he can participate in the Torah learning, following the link we sent again, and he fulfilled the mitzvah by doing that. Okay, I think we covered this part pretty much. Any more questions about that part? Okay. Tomorrow, Wednesday, you should know, no one should eat matzah. I don't know if anybody tried matzah, tested, missed the taste. Tomorrow it is forbidden to eat matzah starting from dawn of 14 Nisan. So that matzah will be appetizing when eating it in the Seder. During the night of 14 Nisan, it is permissible to eat matzah. So tomorrow, I highly recommend it. Eat other things except matzah. Matzah leave for the Seder night. You'll have plenty of matzah to eat. If one accidentally, mistakenly, he ate matzah on the 14th of Nisan, which is tonight, in a few minutes. Okay, 14th of Nisan. He must recite Birkat HaMazon afterward. It does not consider equal to having eaten forbidden food, in which case one should not recite Birkat HaMazon. Matzah is not forbidden food. It is only the time that causes the prohibition. It's kosher food, it's a good food, but you're not supposed to eat from it. Questions? Please note that many houses making cakes, a lot of cakes during the Pesach, don't say Birkat HaMazon over it. If it's, some of them are all out of potatoes, powder, and I don't know, people are very creative. The blessing over such a cake going to be shehakol. It's not a regular flour cake. Okay? If you fry the matzah, okay, the matzah has the same status, and you should say hamotzi. Okay? It didn't change its status, actually. Okay? Any questions? Okay. I'm reminding you to recline. I'm reminding you to eat matzah kazait. Kazait is a minimum of 30 grams. And you have 3 times we have these occasions. One, when we say the blessing over the matzah. It's a motzi lechem min haaretz. We're saying that motzi matzah, to eat matzah. That's a special bracha. Then we wash hands before. And then we're saying bracha over that, netilat yadayim, and we eat from the matzah. So we eat it reclining on the left side. This is the first time. The second time is when we do the korech, when we fold it with the maror, okay, or the charoset, okay. So this korech, it's the second time when we eat matzah. And the third time, it's at the very end, when we do the afikoman. After afikoman, birkat hamazon. How many pieces? Total of around 90 grams. Okay, the head of the household would eat probably 5 pieces, or 5 measurements. How is that? First time, when everyone eats the first matzah, we eat 2 kazetot. That's the custom. At the very end, afikoman, the head of the household again eats 2 pieces of matzah. If you have the soft matzah, it's very easy to calculate and to use. It's less than a quarter of 1 matzah. Less than a quarter, because a quarter is around 50 grams. Any questions? Okay, I guess you guys know everything. I'm glad. It's important, less halacha for today. Make sure to say Birkat Hamazon and Birkat Hamotzi and Birkat Netilat Yadayim and Haggadah, everything that is connected to that night, slowly, step by step. We're not running anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We are in a very special time. That's the idea. I'm sorry?
And we did it again.
Doing again what?
You cut out again.
I'm cutting again. I notice when someone calls me, so let me try one thing. I'm going to put myself at do not disturb. Let's see what happened. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I put myself on do not disturb. What did I say last?
You were talking about to make sure you do Birkat Hamazon
Right.
and all the blessings.
Word by word, we're not running anywhere, we're not going anywhere. Everybody's home already for long, long days. And it's vital that we take advantage of it. Hashem loves those who are dedicated. In spite of all what's going on out there, Hashem wants us to show Him that we trust Him. We put all our trust on Him. This is not in our control. We are in a place that we can do and should do only what Hashem asks from us, even if we don't understand, especially when we don't understand what is going on. Hashem is running the world. Hashem showed the entire world that even if you're the richest man or the poorest man, everyone are equal. You can't trust your money, you can't trust anything. Because at the times of, God forbid, a plague, no money can save you. If someone got sick, God forbid, there's nothing you can do but prayers. Hashem wants to say, to show us that the power is in His hand, like He showed the Egyptians. Hashem control the earth, what's underneath, above the earth, the air, the sky, all 4 elements. Hashem is under control. And the sooner they realize that, the better. We say into Hashem, Hashem, you are our King. You do what you got to do. Just save us. Bring the salvation already. We talked about it too much. We read about it. We're praying for you every day for that. Enough is enough. And Hashem will save those who are dedicated to Him. Those who, in spite of all what happens around them, they are trusting Him. So, as we says, Betach be'echad, trust one, ve'al tifchan, don't fear. Any questions? Okay, our second class will start in a minute. The broadcasting on the Zoom is continuing, and we're moving to the next book, Orchot Tzadikim. I have to shorten this class because I need to do the Bedikat Hamed, the search of the Hamed, but we'll have enough to share Be'ezrat Hashem. Probably next class will be next week. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it Monday, but we'll let you know. We'll coordinate with Medina's family, and Be'ezrat Hashem will work it out for all of us. We are never going to neglect Torah, and we always make our efforts to learn more and more. I want to wish you on behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation all the best, good health and wealth. Please don't forget Kimcha de Pischa, the donation for Passover, for people, for merchandise and food and stuff this holiday. God bless you all. On behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation, I want to wish you Hag Sameach. Please stay tuned. Thank you. I'm just changing screens here on Facebook.